Mama Snoop, how you doing?
I'm doing good. What's up?
I'm doing good. Well, thank you. Welcome to Break the Bank TV. It was a pleasure to have you this weekend. It's Mother's Day weekend, so happy Mother's Day. And so, for everybody who don't know, you are Darren Ross's mother, also known as Lil Snoop. Lil Snoop is definitely a legend. I feel in his own way. Definitely made a stamp, put on for Jonesboro. I didn't even hear of Jones. I never heard of Jonesboro until Lil Snoop came out, and he reps it hard.
Right.
He repped it, and he's definitely a legend. Dream Chasers, he signed with Meek Mill, so I know you're very proud of him.
I am.
And, I know he's looking down smiling at you right now. And it's weird because who would have thought, out of everybody you could have spoken to, you decided to speak with me. So you really give me a great opportunity, a lifetime, and I'm forever grateful, and I really mean that. And I just thank you for this, because it's amazing. I'm stoked right now.
Yeah, it was my pleasure to give you a chance, because everybody started from somewhere, and hopefully, me seeing you and who you are, you definitely headed to the top. So just keep your faith and keep pushing.
All right, well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So, what can you tell us about the Little Snoop Four Corners Foundation?
Basically, when I created the Little Snoop's Four Corners Foundation, I was more so thinking about kids who was like Snoop. I kind of put the thoughts that he had together. He always wanted to help other people, so I figured if we're going to keep his legacy alive, why not doing it by blessing others?
Okay. And so, how did Snoop actually get the name? How did he get that nickname?
Well, it was Lil Snoop. He gave that part to himself.
Okay.
His nickname Snoop, his godmother gave it to him because his dad nickname is Charlie Brown.
Okay.
So, I was just thinking, like, Snoopy just was too corny for me. So we wasn't going to do Snoopy, and she was like, just call him Snoop. So Snoop just stuck with him.
Okay. So I see the correlation. That's a good story. So, of course, a few years ago, Snoop was murdered, and I know that as a mother, you never expect to get that call. And so there's a lot of confusion with, I guess, fans of Snoop, but just people in the media about who really did what, because the media always had, in the beginning, initially had everything portrayed from Tony Holden, I believe that's his name.
Yeah.
And then there's another individual in the picture, Edric Stewart, known as Lil E, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And so I know the case is probably still pending or still open, so I don't want to get into too many details, but what can you reveal about the case that a lot of people don't know, or who's wondering any updates? Because it's been a few years now, and I believe that is the murder still unsolved?
Right now, it's not unsolved. It's still open. Number one, Tony Holden did not kill Snoop. It was Edric Stewart. That's the number one fact of all things. I'm not saying Tony Holden is innocent. His bullet just didn't kill Snoop. So, the case is still open. I thank God for that, because they did close his case and totally ignore his life, So I'm thankful that his case is now reopened and Edric Stewart will be convicted.
Okay. And so Edric Stewart was a friend of Snoop's, correct?
Yeah, he was a bishop to Snoop. That's what he was, bishop. Off juice. That's what he was.
Right. And so how did you initially meet Edric? Did he just come over the house one day with Snoop?
Yeah, he just kind of came around. I don't really know the kid. I tried to give him the same respect that Snoop gave him. But he just kind of came around and played that little innocent yes ma'am, little sneaky conniving type thing. Now that I look back on it, he was real quiet, so I can't really say what his personality was, because he didn't do much talking around me.
Okay.
But he did portray to be a friend. I can say that.
Okay. All right. And so initially, what was the story that you heard before you maybe found out the truth or found out initial details? Because all over the blog sites, it was supposedly like over a dice game, and then you was like a video game, and then it was this person did that. So what were you initially told, I guess, from Edric or Tony, if you even spoke to them when it first happened?
As far as I knew, I got a call that, my son was dead and that Tony Holden had killed him. Okay. That's all the information I had. I knew it wasn't over a dice game. Snoop was not playing a dice game at the time, so I didn't have to worry about what the media took. They just wanted a story.
Okay. Did you get a chance to speak to Edric yourself?
Yeah, I've talked to him a couple times. He had about 7 different stories each time, so his word is definitely not his bond. So you can't believe nothing he say.
Okay, and I know even not only as a mother, but as somebody who who's been through a lot yourself, and we all have been through different things. I guess you never surprised. You didn't expect somebody who was supposedly one of Snoop's friends to even come to in your mind or even come close to being actually true. Correct?
I really can't say that because that happens all the time. So I can't say that. I can say that I never thought it could happen to me.
Okay.
I can say that before it's how it went down. That's every day.
Okay.
Judah started it all. Judah in the Bible betrayed Jesus. So what can we say? That's every day.
Absolutely. And so, and I really, you represent Snoop so hard. You really go hard for him. So what can you tell us about Snoop Sunday? I actually like to flip because, Sunday, and then Instagram, they also put hashtag Snoop Sunday with the SON. So tell us about Snoop Sunday.
I just, I know like Snoop's spiritual side as far as everything. Snoop Sunday just sounded so good. And then we had to pick a day, so why not S with Snoop? It was just meant to be like that, you know what I'm saying? So we just try to reference him every day, but that Sunday is just a special day for him. And I think more than myself created that day, more so like the fans and supporters, they kind of help enhance that day as well.
All right, okay. And so I see Snoop play a little basketball, right?
That's what he say.
Nah,
he did. Nah, he really had a little 3-point shot on him, though. He really, he could play some basketball.
Was he righty, lefty shot?
No, he was right.
Righty?
Yeah.
In the game, who was his favorite player? Or do you have a favorite team? Or
his favorite player was Kobe Bryant. Yes,
just
indeed.
just like this guy right here.
Yeah, that was his favorite player. Yeah.
So it's Kobe. Did he win with 24 too? Because that's Kobe with 24-8. I don't know how much you know about basketball.
I don't. So
okay. So let me.
Now we not about to go into the ESPN combo.
ESPN combo. Okay. Absolutely. So, what are some things that Snoop like to do, or what are some things that we don't know about Snoop besides rapping? Because everybody know he was a talented rapper. So what else? What is something we don't know about Snoop that maybe you can share with us? Like, did he like art, or was he like into video games heavy, or maybe or boxing or something, or just something maybe out of the ordinary?
I mean,
maybe
Snoop, he liked basketball. He liked to just be the class clown. Like you could just, if there was a conversation going on, he probably the only one standing up, doing all the little, everything, the movements, the gestures. So, yeah, he had a personality of his own. At the same time, he just recognized people, so he could read people real good. We have that little gift where we could just read through people. Before is that, you're going to get a laugh out of Snoop. That was a good thing about him. He kept the life of everybody going.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so, you have a documentary coming out with Lil Snoop. And so, what can you reveal about the documentary? Like, will it have any maybe special appearances or cameos? Any type of what locations you may have filmed it in, or what can you reveal about it?
First, I can tell y'all it's gonna be the bomb.com. But no, for real, basically, just everybody that Snoop had pretty much involvement with in the hip hop game was involved in it. They show major love. You're gonna get a chance to know who a Darren is. You'll get a chance to see how a Darren turned into Lil Snoop. So it's just so many different things. Everybody will finally get the facts about his case. Details will be on the documentary. So it's just so much to look forward to on the documentary.